Hi, I'm Kara Bradley. Welcome back to the Human Anatomy Lab. I am a senior nutrition major and a current TA in the Human Anatomy Lab. And today we're going to be discussing what is in between our brain and our skull. So like I mentioned, we're going to discuss what's between our brain and our skull because we know that contact with our brain and skull is not good. So we need to have layers in between to add cushion and protection for our brain. And so this is where we're going to take a chunk out of here and zoom in, blow it up here. So looking at this model, this is the Meningeal model, and this is going to show the layers that are going to protect our brain from our skull. So starting at the top of this Meningeal model, we have the layers of the scalp here. Starting at the top, we have the skin, which is surrounding our head. We have connective tissue here, this thick layer. We have an aponeurosis, this thin blue layer. We have loose connective tissue as this thin yellow. And then we have periosteum, which is going to surround the skull directly. Moving below that, we have our skull, which surrounds our brain. And then this is where we're going to move into the layers of the meninges. The first layer, which is this thick layer here, is going to be the Dura Mater. This is the Dura Mater. However, the Dura Mater can be split into a top 50% and a bottom 50%. The top 50% is going to be the periosteal layer. Periosteal, peri meaning around, osteal is related to ostium, which is related to bone, so the periosteal layer is going to be the top 50% that's closest to the bone. The bottom 50% is going to be the meningeal layer, which means it's closer to the other meningeal layers as well. So top 50%, periosteal layer of the Dura Mater, bottom 50% is going to be the meningeal layer of the Dura Mater. Quick reminder, what helped me was writing these three meningeal layers from superficial to deep. So take a minute, get out a sheet of paper, and write down the most superficial layer of the meninges. So hopefully you just wrote down the Dura Mater as the most superficial of the meningeal layers. Below the Dura Mater, we have this white space here. This is going to be the subdural space. Sub meaning below the dura, and then it's an open space. So subdural space. The next layer of the meninges is going to be this blue layer here, and this is going to be the Arachnoid Mater. Arachnoid Mater. So this is the second layer of the meninges. The Arachnoid Mater also has a space below it, and this is going to be the Subarachnoid Space. And this is where cerebral spinal fluid is going to be held in flow. You can see we have these projections or these lines here in the subarachnoid space. These are going to be arachnoid trabeculae. Arachnoid trabeculae. We also have this dark blue vein here traveling through the subarachnoid space. The subarachnoid space is then going to form this bubble here. This is going to be an arachnoid villi or an arachnoid granulation. This is where cerebral spinal fluid is going to flow into the arachnoid villi, and then it's going to drain in this big open space here. This big open space is called the Dural Venous Sinus. So the arachnoid villi is going to drain into the Dural Venous Sinus. Hang in there, we have one more layer left, and this is going to be the most deep layer of the meninges. So we see this pink layer here. This is going to be the pia mater. Pia mater. And this is going to be like saran wrap around the brain. Pia mater. So this is the third and final layer of the meninges. The pia mater is going to surround the brain, and the brain is divided into gray matter and white matter. And that is the meningeal model. Thanks for watching.